All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Um, yeah, pretty much, I've been meditating, all right, thinking on a few things, as we're seeing, all right, with the atmosphere, reading the atmosphere spiritually, okay, seeing what it's looking like, all right, and just watching what these devils are doing, all right, how they're moving, and shalom, brother, all right, how they're moving, okay, and everything like we keep talking about is gearing towards the election night, but there have been a couple of moves that they've made, that it's made me wonder, all right, if they're planning something, maybe like a false flag, and that's why I titled it the way I titled it, because with their algorithms, if you were to type in the actual word false flag, I'm pretty sure they would, probably take down the video or something of that sort. Anyway, so you had dealing with the talks they've been having. All right, number one, telling the law enforcement, get ready for civil unrest on election night all over the country. Okay, so they're quote unquote preparing for that. All right, and then they have the FBI came to one of the elders in our camp, came to his house, to interrogate him. And the key thing about that is they're still harping on the whole, basically trying to frame us as terrorists or some militant group that's trying to pick up arms and do something of that sort. Okay, and then the brothers on the West Coast. All right, the brother Ron Moff basically did a video as to how some agents or FBI pulled up in a van when they were at camp teaching. Now the thing is, why is it around this time? Why now are they now coming around asking questions and trying to probe and look at things, and then coincidentally you have groups out here who are, you have more and more groups popping up, and majority of them are in that spirit of get guns. A lot of jakes are in that spirit of guns, and you have a lot of militant groups that are coming up, and it's not by coincidence. Now, yesterday there was an article that came out that said the FBI, all right, or the U.S. intelligence, however they want to call it, basically have said that Russia and Iran are now are hacking, or trying to mess with the U.S. election. Okay, they're saying that Iran was or hacked certain accounts and was sending certain Biden or Democratic voters messages from fake Proud Boys accounts telling them we're gonna come get you, we're gonna come for you if you vote for Biden and all that extra stuff. Okay, so thinking about all these things, it's everybody's anticipating some form of something to happen on election day, but knowing how these devils work, they could make something happen, but who knows? Because people, what people are anticipating is civil unrest based on which party wins. But these devils could take it a whole nother way. They could set up a big ass false flag attack, a chemical attack, a EMP attack, a terroristic attack, whatever it is. I'm not saying that's what they're gonna do. All right, that's why I put the question mark in the title. Okay, is this something that they could do? Yes, it is. Is it something they're gonna do? We don't know. We have to watch and see. All right, but from observing the different signs and how they're moving, okay, they could set up a false flag attack and blame us. They could set up a false flag attack and blame Iran or Russia. They could set up a false flag attack and try to link us with some terroristic Iranian stuff. We don't know. All right, but just going to show you that what, as the scriptures say, be not ignorant of any matter, small or great. All right, because we understand that coming around this time, these devils are definitely gonna do something. Okay, because you don't think they get tired of their pump fakes? Every day they set up something and then it dies down, or they set up something it doesn't go as planned. Look, as bad as we want the kingdom, these elites want the new world order. Okay, and they understand that they have to use chaos. Okay, I don't know if I could find it. It's in this book. I was reading it. All right, from the last page of the last chapter of this book, called Protocols of the Wise Men of Zion. All right, and it's basically going into how they were basically their conspiracy to take over the world and how they plan to do it. Okay, and they said violence and force is a necessary means to an end which they consider to be peace. All right, which is them being in rulership over you. But anyway, let's get a few precepts. Okay, this is the book of Psalms. Um, Let me see if I remember where it was that I was looking for. I believe it was 92. Let's see. Well, I think I lost it. Well, hey, we'll just move on to the next one then. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed. So these elites, they don't just, you know what I'm saying, just every day. They know. They're constantly plotting. They don't just sit in their houses and say, oh, well, I'm rich, beyond rich, so let me just do whatever and enjoy my riches. No, they're constantly plotting. Like it says, they devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds, meaning in their houses or in wherever they meet, all right, in their comfort zones. They when they form these Bilderberg meetings, okay, and these different summits, okay, we're not there, okay, we don't have a seat over there. But what they are doing is they're plotting on things they could do. How are we gonna move the direction of this year to where it's gonna get us closer to the new world order? You know, so you best believe they're plotting something, because you still have Corona in the background. You know, it's coming up, it's creeping up, all right, but it's like they're looking for the perfect opportunity to let Corona come in there for the knockout, okay? But we have to watch and see. There's a lot of things that are not adding up, or that are adding up. You know, there's a lot of things that are just popping up here and there. You know, it's not major, so your mind might not go on it, but it just keeps on popping up. And because it's not major and your mind doesn't go on it, when it comes all together, that's when you really see, oh, shit, oh, you know? So it says, when the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. So they have the ability to make these things come to pass. They have the ability to set up. Now, they started blaming Iran and Russia for trying to interfere with the elections, right? But for what? You know, like if out of nowhere oh, we got intelligence that they're trying to do this, whether it's true or not. Now, going with the assumption that it's not true, all right, or to the extent that they're saying it is, what does that mean? That means that because what Esau always does is problem, reaction, solution. They try to justify what they're about to do by what they start telling you right now, okay? So if they're starting to demonize Iran and Russia concerning this election right now, all right, there could be a chance that they are plotting something to blame on those people but they're desensitizing your mind to it right now, you know, saying, oh, look, they're trying to do this. Oh, look, they're trying to do that. And then boom, let's say EMP goes off and shuts damn near the whole East Coast down or something. Then it's like, oh shoot, you see that they did that. They did that. Remember we were telling you they were trying to do this? Well, they did that. Okay? Because we know look, man, Esau has a record. He has a track record of how he moves, which they're all in cahoots anyway. But there's certain things that they do that they don't change their strategy. They just change the different the stories. Okay, so there's certain things they do that we see how they do it. All right. Sometimes what everybody's expecting, they might not do that. You know, they might just have it to where you're expecting this, so your attention is focused here, but then they hit you with something from you know, another direction. Okay. It says, verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And that's what they do. They're doing that to us now. Okay. Verse 3, therefore, thus saith the Lord, which it's also a perfect setup, because as you can see, the information about the chip is coming out more and more. This guy's wilding. And we know that the chip is one of the last main prophecies. Like, honestly, that's how I think about it, man. Because when for example, if this was back in the year of, I don't know, maybe like 2017, you know, when we hear some of these things being set up, you know, it's exciting, but we then get that thought of, damn, this might die down. Why? Because we still haven't heard as much talk about the chip. We know that once this thing pops off, okay, it's gonna flow like a domino effect, you know. So the Lord has to set up. If you see this first domino come up, but there's no dominoes behind it, then you know that the Lord ain't about to hit this domino down just yet. You know, He has to set up all the other ones, and then once it's all set up, when you see this first domino come up, you know that it's about to fall down. So basically, the talk about the chip, the talk about World War III. That's why certain things, like for example, when the beginning of the year, when they killed the Iranian general we knew that wasn't going to start World War III, because prophecy has an order, okay? And that order primarily is the chip before the destruction, okay? So the Lord had to use that to see what the Lord did was he's raising tensions in the east to pick up that last domino. He's setting up the back pieces, okay? And once all the back pieces are set up, then we know that, okay, now they're about to get shit rolling, because Jacob's trouble is going to be literally the falling of the domino pieces, you know? And each one is going to hit the next, is going to hit the next, is going to hit the next. But it can't start if all the pieces are not set up. But now we're starting to see all those pieces getting set up, okay? You have they had the chip commercial in Sweden, the chip commercial in Japan, okay? And the whole DARPA biochip situation, okay? So these devils have already got the infrastructure is there, all right? It's already set in place, man. Now all that's left is for them to institute it. And they're trying to find a way to do that, because really what they want to do is to alleviate attention off of the catastrophe. They want to create a cataclysm, you know, something that's gonna cause a tumble, and it's gonna take a lot of things with it, you know, whether it's the economy, all right, and societal morality. They're trying to take all that down, and since everything is already gonna be down when they bring it back up, you know, or when they bring the order to it, it's gonna be how they want it. All right, when they talk about why is it that Bill Gates and them are skipping all the way to the end of 2021, mid 2022? If you notice that when they talk about things going back to normal, they skip a whole couple months, and they straight jump in end of 2021, middle of 2022. So why not beginning of 2021? Why not middle of 2021? You know, why not ending of 2020? It's almost as though those months have just been, you know, like, nah, that's just been, science gonna have to be going on, you know, for us to skip that, because aren't they all perfectly valid? Wouldn't you want to bring the vaccine out the sooner, the better? But they just skipped all those months. Why? What's gonna be happening during those months that you wanted to skip it, you know, and jump all the way to the end? Okay, see, something is looming in the background, and we can feel it in the atmosphere. All right, something big is looming in the background, and it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna blow. Okay, we don't know exactly when, okay, and we don't know exactly what, but we know something is coming, and people need to be prepared for that. Okay, people need to be prepared for that, because they best believe these elites have their wicked high holy days around this time of the year. Okay. Now, continuing on, Micah 2:3. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. Okay, so the Lord is like, yeah, I'll have, because the scriptures say the deceived and the deceiver are his. So the Lord is like, yeah, I'll have Satan, you know what I'm saying, let you feel like you got it. You know, he'll give you information, have you thinking that, yo, this is valid. You know what I'm saying? Satan is with us. But the Lord is going to set up a snare for you. In the beginning, you'll feel like you're in control. You're coming down with great wrath. You know, you're doing all this, that, and the third. Like, yeah, we got this. These people don't stand a chance. But soon it's gonna blow out of your hands. You know, you're not gonna be able to control the narrative anymore. I'm not speaking to you, Esau. Okay. The Lord said He's gonna devise a snare. Okay, an evil against you. Speaking of evil. All right, let's because right now, all right. We're nearing the end of the grace period, and if you don't see that, then you're gonna get caught up, man. You're gonna get caught slipping. Okay, we're nearing the end of the grace period, and what comes after that? Straight judgment. The scriptures talk about let judgment run down as waters. You know, judgment is not gonna be prolonged for all eternity. At some point, it has to come down. Okay, at some point, the judgment has to come. Now, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 21, verse 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is furbished to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree, and he hath given it to be furbished. So the sword being sharpened, all right, what is a sword used for? A sword is used to hurt, all right? A sword is used, okay, to kill, okay, or to do damage, right? So here the Lord is saying the sword is being sharpened, and the scriptures tell you that Esau, all right, is basically the sword of the Lord. All right, it's his hand that he uses to punish, okay, the nations and punish us as well. So a sword is being sharpened. The Lord is setting up all these evils, whether they be wild beasts, wild animals that we've never seen before, or whether they be Esau's military, or whether they be his technology. It's all being set up. His devices, his plans, it's all being set up. It's being sharpened, meaning it's being honed to the best that it can be. Okay? And not only that, it says, should we then make mirth? So it's not the time to be in a lackadaisical spirit, you know, in a lukewarm spirit, in the spirit of just laughing and giggling. No, death is coming. Okay? So it says, it says, and it hath been, and it hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. Okay? It says the sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. Okay? So that means that this sword that's being sharpened is going to be put to use. And they're getting ready to do that. Okay? We know how they work, man. Do not, the scriptures, when they say be not ignorant of any matter small or great, that means just that. Don't think, oh, you know, just, yeah, they've done it before, but they don't really, whatever. No, because it'll creep up right behind you, man. You have to be vigilant. You have to be watching everywhere. You got to be circumspect, redeeming the times, because they are evil. Okay, so you got to be constantly on the watch, constantly on the lookout, man, because these devils are constantly plotting. Just because things seem quiet and they don't, it seems, oh, they're not doing anything. No, they're plotting. Okay, they're making plans. You know, you had that movie Purge election year, okay, and you've had nothing but chaos this year, but this year ain't even nothing. This year is nothing compared to what's about to hit this planet Earth. But you see how people were in that state of despair, you know, fear, not knowing what's going on. I'm scared, and all this, that, and the third. Okay, so it says and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh, because it is a trial. And what if the sword contemneth even the rod? It shall be no more, saith the Lord. So the Lord said, look, this sword that's coming is not going to just pass by you and you're just going to watch it go. It's coming to you. The Lord said the judgment shall sit. Okay? So it's coming. All right? It's coming, and it's going to start off, and it's going to pick up. Okay? It's going to pick up. Now this is from the brother Tazar, 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. And famine is not an easy way to die, man. Famine is the scriptures tell you in Lamentations, I'll see if I can find it. Famine is a very painful way to die. Okay, extremely. You know, because there's no way to speed it up. There's no way to slow it down. You just got to go through it, you know. And the only way to fight famine is with food. That's the only way, man. That's the thing. Famine only has one solution. You either dying or you eating. Okay. Bear with me while I find this precept here. But hey, as the brother put in there, man, there's gonna be so much dead bodies. It's gonna be like how you walk down the street and you see a pile of, you know, maybe some dog feces or whatever it is, bird shit, you know. That's what it's gonna be like. You know, it's normal seeing that, you know, depending on what area you're in. But that's how it's gonna be with so much death going on. Nobody's gonna be able to look, man. Do you know how long or how much effort is put into a funeral? You know, for just one person. So how much more for all these different bodies that are just dropping dead? If martial law troops came up into a city and they destroyed the whole block, who do you think is gonna be burying all those bodies, man? All right. Ain't gonna be no funeral homes and taking the bodies to the morgue and trying to do all that. No, you see what's going on in Nigeria. All right, they calling it you know, the NSARS, and you know, basically the army opened fire on those protesters. That's exactly what's going to be happening here, man. Okay, that's exactly what's going to be happening here, and much worse. People are so shocked. Oh my gosh, they killed dead bodies in the streets. That's going to happen here. Hey, the water, brother. All right, the water. Lamentations. But that's what's going to happen here, man. That is what we've been telling you people about. You know, now instead of you to look at that in fear and be like, damn, yo, you know, like that shit, if that's what's coming here, you know, because it's not real until it's real. You know, it's not real until it's real, until you actually see it happening. You can hear it 1,000 times, but when you see it happening, the feel you get is going to be completely different. Okay, so this is Lamentations 4:9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, for these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. All right, they pine away, meaning what? Your skin starts to cleave to your bones. Okay, whatever fats that your body has stored, okay, in case of, you know, having to go a period of time without eating, is gonna run through that, and then it's gonna run through your muscles, and you're gonna look like a skeleton. Okay, you're gonna look like a skeleton, and you just gonna keep pining away, man, painfully. Okay, there's not gonna be an end to it. It's just gonna keep on going until you eventually just die. Okay, that is what happens during the famine. Salakia, let me make sure this thing is charging. That is what happens during a famine, man. You have a lot of things going on and people are not paying attention. And if they are, they're worried about the wrong things, man. They're worried about the wrong things. What you see going on around the world, it's all going to come together and it's going to hit this place in a massive scale, man. Okay? Look, I was in class, man. I was in class a couple days ago, you know, and, you know, basically it was like one of them chill days. You know, the professor was on the Zoom meeting, you know, you know, and then basically they started having like a, you know, life talk, whatever they want to call it. You know, instead of us doing computer science, we are having life talks. So, you know, professor's talking about, yeah, you know, people typing in the comment board, yeah, it's been a very stressful year. Professor's like, yeah, you know, it's been very hard on all of us, and, you know, we should all just try to look past it. She's speaking as though she like the most I came to her and lay down the whole book and said, you know what? You see this right here? This is exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to put it inside your mind and you're going to tell. The confidence she's speaking, we're talking about, there is, you know, even though it's dark, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You know, things will get better, you know, as though she's been assured of it. Sweetie, the sweetheart, all right, your little sweetheart that you have, you know, oh, things are gonna get better, and let me comfort you, my students. Hell, man, I'm sitting there in the class, you know, I'm just listening to this shit. I'm like, yo, man, this place is finished, man. If you here it is, the war ain't even started yet, and you already moping and hoping for it. You basically lost your will to fight. What you think is gonna happen to you? You're gonna get chewed up, man. You're gonna get chewed up. And you got students on there like, yeah, you know, hopefully next year, you know, we can, you know, start picking things back up and things to start going back to normal. Like, we're just gonna skip over Jacob's trouble and just everything's gonna go back to the wickedness that it was like before this whole the Lord shut things down. What the hell are you talking about, man? You know? And I'm just listening like, damn, like this is the mindset of people, man. Y'all really like this thing, man. You guys really like this place. Like, they're upset that the same people that complain about having to wake up early and go to school, wake up early, go to work, and, you know, the taxes and all, these same people are crying. It's just like when we left Egypt, man. The same Israelites that were crying about the harsh labor that we had to serve in Egypt, the second the Lord put a stop to that, they started crying that they wanted to go back to Egypt. You know? And that's these people, man. When things are regular, they mope and cry and, you know, we need to change, da. And then when the Lord stops the shit, you say, nah, we want to go back to it. This is too much. You know, you know, hopefully, you know, by next year things could be better. Things are not gonna get better. Okay? And I'm in my head like, damn, she giving them some real false hope. And people actually getting comforted in that, you know? Yeah, you know what, thank you, miss. I feel much better now. You know, you know, hopefully we can look forward to 2021. Hopefully we can look forward to Jacob's trouble in 2021. That's what's gonna make us feel better, you know. And it's not like we're a bunch of sick fear mongers, but it's just prophecy, man. Okay, it has to happen. It's better sooner than later, because it is gonna happen. Okay, now this is the book of Psalms, chapter 140, verse 1. It says, "Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. preserve me from the violent man, which is Esau Edom, which imagine mischief in their heart continually. Continually are they gathered together for war. Okay, and that's why that's why they're constantly trying to provoke and set up. You know why? Because a part of that great reset, okay, though economically, is also war, because war wipes off a lot of debt. If you notice the two world wars that happened already, the world changed drastically after each war, and they plan to completely change the world after this war, but they don't understand that this war is gonna be it. All right, this war is gonna be an end of Esau's time. Your time is gonna run out. All right, the hourglass, the sand is gonna run out when World War III happens, man. That's gonna be it for you. Okay. This is Zar, 2 Kings 6 and 28. And the king said unto her, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman saith unto me, give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. It says, so we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, give thy son that we may eat him. And she hath hid her son. Now really think about that. And that was during the famine, I believe, in Samaria, to where they were selling a donkey's head, okay, for, I forgot how much the currency it said it was, and dove, all right, dove shit, literally dove feces. They were selling that for money, and people were buying and eating it. Okay, that's how bad, okay, it's gonna get, man. Now they're talking about bring your son that we may eat him today, and then we're gonna eat my son tomorrow. I mean, hold up. If you even threaten a woman's son or her child, you see how wild she gets. You know, she man, let the child, especially Jake, man, let the child come back from school and say, oh, my teacher called me the N-word, or my teacher tried to hit me or something. Man, that parent will get her ass over there the next day raising hell, especially if it's your mother and the father too. But going up into school, raising hell, cursing people out because of how much love they have for their children, right? Now, you mean to tell me you got so much love for your child? How bad does it have to be that you're willing to eat that same child, man? You can actually look at your own son or your own daughter, and you like, damn, I'm so hungry that I'm considering really eating your ass. You know, I'm looking at you, I'm smiling at you, you smiling at me, but you don't know what's going on in my mind. I'm actually I'm contemplating how you know, it starts off with that, you know, damn, I'm really gonna eat my child, you know, and then the Satan comes up in, damn, so if I was to eat my child, how would I do it? Do I get him while he's sleeping? You know what I'm saying? Do I feed him sleeping pills? Like, what is it? You know, do I chop off the hands? Do I season it right? How? Satan will put thoughts into your mind, and the more you meditate on how you gonna do it, then you just forget about the if you gonna do it, and you already in the how. You know, so that's how bad it was, to where and women had more integrity than they do now. Okay, to a certain extent back then, but they said they contemplating on eating it. They ate the child. They ate the first lady's child, and the second one said, hell no, you crying? I'm gonna eat your child, but shit, you ain't eating mine. You know, but that's crazy, man. You eating the actual human being. How hungry, how bad did it have to be, man? Okay, but hey, the Lord said that this time is gonna be worse than that. So imagine that. Imagine that. How much worse is it gonna be this time? When that famine hits, man, you see, that's what I'm saying. There's so much creeping up that people are not aware. They're not ready for, man. All right, there's civil unrest. There's gonna be demons out here, man. There's gonna be death angels. There's gonna be serial killers. There's gonna be wild animals. There's gonna be famine, man. And when that famine hits, man, oh boy, man, it's gonna drive people crazy. All right. And cannibalism is coming back, man. Okay, cannibalism is definitely coming back in a big way. Yep, that's right. Yeah, the Amazon Super Bowl commercial last year. Yeah, and you know what they always show you through their commercials? It's called predictive programming. It's whether it's in their movies or it's in their commercials. Okay, they show you, you know. But hold up, if it's a Super Bowl commercial, why is it that most of their Super Bowl commercials are end of the world kind of themes? You know, the world is ending. You know, and they showed what was it? I think it was for some new sneakers, Flight Week or something like that. Man, I mean, it's just right in your face, man. They showed the chariots. They showed the fireballs representing the missiles. Okay, they showed the big ass creature with the tentacles All right, on some Leviathan joint, they show Jake getting beamed up. I mean, come on, like you got to think about it, right? Okay, if you were to choose just one thing out of that, maybe you were to make the theme people getting beamed up, okay, or you were to make the theme tentacles Leviathan coming out, okay, or you were to make the theme all hell breaking loose, okay, but to put it all together in one commercial happening at the same time, that's exactly what we prophesy about, you know. So you gotta really think about it. Why? Where did you just come up with this on your own? You know, why would you put that in a commercial, a Super Bowl commercial? Wouldn't it be about football? You know, at the end they try to tie it in, but why is it majority end of the world themes? You know, and people watch it and they don't pick up on it. They watch it. Oh, look, they tie. It's for Doritos. Okay, you know. You know, Jacob. Hey, people are under such a spell. Okay, they're under such a spell, man, that when this thing hits, man, I mean, there's gonna be people that are gonna be so lost, man. Okay, having not even a single clue what's going on. You know, and those are gonna be the people who, when they're told, this is not a drill, this is an emergency, please go to your nearest fallout shelter, and they start listing the locations. If you're in this state or in this city, go here. If you're in here, go here. And then your dumbass gonna go right there. Oh, honey, they said we gotta go to the okay, let's go. You ain't coming back, man. You're gonna end up in there. They're gonna have a nice chip ready for you. They're gonna give you a nice prison jumpsuit, and they're gonna tell you, listen, that's where you work in, that's what you're gonna do. Da 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 da. All right, Tazar, 2 Kings 6:25. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it till an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver. Damn, man, 80 is 80. That's 80 pieces of silver for a donkey's head. Look, first off, when you buy meat from the store, majority of the pieces you buy, I don't know anybody that goes to the store and says, yo, I want some lamb head. You know what I'm saying? Or I want some chicken head. You know, you go for the meaty parts. I want the chicken breast, I want the drumstick, I want the thighs, you know, I might want the wings. That's where the meat is on. Ain't nobody going in there talking about I want some chicken head. You know, what the hell you gonna eat? The little things that be on the top, the little red shit, you know, the red shit that on the that's on the chicken's head, you know? What you gonna eat? The eyes? You know, what kind of meat can you get off the head? All you got is the skin and the freaking skull. The tongue? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna go to the store for no chicken head or no cow head. That's just weird, you know? But it got so bad that even for the head of a donkey, where it got no meat on it, you know what I'm saying? People paying freaking 80 shekels of silver for that, man. That's how bad it was, man. That you'll take whatever you can find. You take whatever you get. Hey, it's gotten so bad that people will be eating out trash cans, man. Okay? And right now, man, look, right now, ain't nobody looking. You even try to, some people don't even want to walk next to garbage because it's disgusting to them. They're like, oh, you know, that garbage smells bad. You know, they don't even want to walk next to garbage. You know, if you know, if a garbage, you know, truck came and, you know, when they throw the garbage in the truck, sometimes the little juice spurts out. If that even got remotely close to somebody, they would lose their shit. That's how disgusted they are by it. So now really think about it. You're going to go from that to diving into the garbage looking for some food to eat. What is going to happen in between to change your mindset, to take you from completely being disgusted by it to being a whole savage, to where you fighting people for which trash can you going to search through? Looking for half-eaten sandwiches, rotten food, okay? All that disgusting stuff. How bad is it going to be that how hungry you got to be to do that, man? You got to think about these things, man, okay? It's going to be bad, man. It's not going to be an easy time, okay? For 5 pieces, hey, man. Yep, it says here, 80 pieces of silver, and it says, and a 4th part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver, man. A bird shit. Man, if you walking down the street and a bird takes a shit on you, you know how angry you get, man? Man, a bird take a shit on your shoulder, man, you be like, oh, you know, or even on your car, you be like, oh, they were selling bird shit for food, man. Man. It's not gonna be easy, man. Rehearsing righteous acts 9, Deuteronomy 28 and 53. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body. All right, what is the fruit of your own body? Your children. Just like the offspring of a tree is its fruits. Okay, and then the seed, the offspring of you is your children. It says, the flesh of thy sons and thy daughters, which the Lord thy power hath given thee, in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee. And you know what? They're going besiege, all right, a lot of these different cities with their quarantines and their checkpoints. That's going to be the modern day siege. Now, I was reading an article about, I believe it was in Australia, where they said 4 babies died because they couldn't get the necessary hospital procedures that were required for them to live. Why? Because of COVID restrictions. Because since certain places were blocked off, okay, they weren't allowed to get the children to what they had to travel interstate, you know, to get to the correct hospital to get the necessary means. But they couldn't do it because of the lockdowns. So the four babies basically died because of that, man. You know, so how much more for when you hungry as hell, man, and you stuck in your city? You know, you can't go nowhere, man. It's not gonna be fun. Okay, it's not. Hey, man, people gonna start looking at each other like, shit, ain't no food here. You know what I'm saying? You the heaviest. You know what I mean? You the one with the most meat on you. You know, I'm joking about it, but it's a serious thing. You know. Yep. Tazar, 2 Esdras 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods with because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And you notice, you see that in a lot of movies, man, where, you know, they could be best friends, but the you know, one of them turns on the other one and he says, yo, I'm sorry, man. You know, I'm sorry, but I have to. Because of what? Either his family needs it, or it's either, you know, they could be tight until it comes to a point where it's either me or you. You know, then it's like, oh shoot, you know, it's either me or you. I gotta either make the decision. I mean, I either get it or I die, or you either get it and you die. And that's when people start to, you know, they look at each other, they're like, shit, I'm sorry, bro. Bang. You know, you just shot your homeboy that you were just on the run with for 2 months. You know, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, man. Whether it's your best friend, okay, the scriptures say at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And all it takes is for, as the scriptures say, a friend cannot be known in adversity. All it takes is for some hell to break loose. And let people get desperate, man. That's when you're going to see their true colors. You know, when people panic and they get desperate, you'll see, is this person actually a selfless person, or is this person a selfish person? You know, you can tell, man. Okay. So it says, shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay, so that's what's gonna cause a lot of people to do a lot of these horrendous things that they're gonna do. A mother does not just get up and say, I want to eat my child, but for lack of bread and for great tribulation, she will do it because she's not in her right mind. She's thinking according to her flesh. Okay, the same way somebody knows it's wrong, but they still go and commit adultery. If you know adultery is wrong and you still going to commit it, that means that what? You're not in the right state of mind. You're going after the lust of your flesh. You're like in a trance and your flesh is driving you. Your desire for the flesh is driving you. Okay. Shalom, brother. Sons of the Power 13. Isaiah 48 and 3. I have declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth, and I showed them. I did them suddenly, and they came to pass. The word suddenly meaning surprisingly, Khan. You know, so when these things start to come, man, it's gonna surprise a lot of people. They're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be shocked by how certain people react, man. You know, your mother, your sister, you know, people, certain people that you might look up to, you know, on a carnal level, all right, because you know, children, for example, children look up to their parents. But what's the child gonna do if the parent is just bugging the hell out? You know, man. That's why you're gonna need the Spirit of the Lord to remain stable. Scriptures say a time like never before. So all those things we read about won't compare to this time. Crazy events are coming with no breaks. Exactly, and that's the key part. With no breaks. You know, hey, you could do an intense workout, but if you have a break in between, you could gather your strength up and go again. If you're doing a new type of workout you've never done before, intense as hell, and you got no breaks, You know, no, not one break in between, man. You gonna die. You ain't gonna make it, man. That's what's gonna happen, man. That's why the scripture says it's gonna be like as if a man fled from a lion and a bear met him, and he ran from the bear. Whew, I'm in the house. I'm tired as hell. Leaned his hand on the wall, and the snake bit him. You gonna get got regardless, man. Whether it's covert or whether it's overt, you still gonna get got. Okay. Yep, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. True Awakening 777, Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And that's what we're seeing now. Just as Yahushua prophesied it, and it's only gonna get worse and worse and worse, man. Okay, and that's what people fail to realize. They think, oh, these things are just happening by coincidence. No, these things are a precedent showing you what's about to happen next. Okay. So, sons of the Polonians. Salaki, let me put my phone on do not disturb. All right. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And that's what's going to happen to a lot of people. Sudden destruction. You know, so what happened? Oh shit! What? So because now you caught up in the moment. Like, oh, what's going on? Yo, you know what happened? Yo, how did that? Oh shit! And you just you just see people running, man. That's Jake, man. I saw a video. It was in a church, and you basically had a pastor, and he's he's doing his little sermon, and he just stops out of nowhere, and then he looks to his right, and he just books it. And then the whole congregation, they just sitting there. They're like, amen, amen. Oh, shit. And there's nothing there. But because they saw the pastor bucket, I mean, you jumping over seats, pushing people's head down. You know what I'm saying? Pulling people back so they could be the bait. And you know what I'm saying? Jake, everybody just started running in the same direction as the pastor. And then he's like, oh, hold on. I'm just kidding. And they're like, oh, shit. Okay. And then they came back and sat down. Because when it's sudden, people don't think. See, they didn't stop to, given that it's in the moment, but they didn't even look to see what is the pastor running from, and is it safe to run this way? Maybe its safest option is to hide. The second they saw this pastor running, Jake all the way in the corner, jumping over tables, doing some leaps, man, they just all booked it because it happened suddenly. The pastor just, oh shit, he just started running. So they started running, run first, ask questions later. All right. But it shows you that when that time comes, a lot of people going to be in herd mentality. Okay. Because look, a lot of people just going to end up going with the flow. They don't know what to do. They don't know what's going on, So they just see you running. They going to run too. And, you ask them, why the hell you running? Oh, because I saw you running, Hey, man, but it's going to be a lot of confusion, and that's why it tells you in Isaiah 33:6 that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. That's what's going to keep us stable, the wisdom and knowledge that, even if something does come our way, we don't have to follow the crowd. Okay, the Lord is going to protect us. Okay, so we're not, hey man, they could blow up different buildings and different cities and say, oh, the black Hebrew Israelites did it, get them, they a bunch of terrorists, we knew it. Or they could do some shootings. They could set up shootings at voting sites, Oh, look, these people went and shot up the voting sites, Oh, these guys did it. Blame them. Go catch them. Round them up. Okay, that's cool. But you can do that. Are we supposed to lose our faith? Are we supposed to bug out just because of that, man? No, man. The Lord already told us that they were going to try some shit. Okay? And the Lord said when they come in like a flood, because they're going to have that license to come in. And when they come in like a flood, you're going to get your ass backed up. Okay? So whatever you do, we still going to win. Whatever hand you throw, we going to counter it. All right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, so let me read a few more. Let me see what's the time. Yeah, I'll read a few more and then, I'll end it. Sons of the Power, 13, Isaiah 13:14. That's right. And it shall be as a chased roe. And then them roes are fast, man. Man, let them hear even a little sound of a little twig getting broke. They up and out. Okay? They are up and out. Okay? And they move quick. And that's how these people gonna be, man. It says, as a sheep that no man taketh up, and they shall every man turn to his own people and flee every one into his own land. Okay? Now, representing people leaving the country, but also people leaving the area, man. Everybody's just gonna run to their block, run to their hood, run to wherever they're gonna go to, man. Okay? But that's not gonna save you, man. Okay? You can run, but you can't hide. You know, you can run, but you can't hide, man. And that's the cold, hard truth. Yep, for truth's sakes too, Luke 17 and 26. All right, now close it out on this. It says, and as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark and the flood came and destroyed them all. And even today, all right, now even today that we're watching and warning people that look, be on the alert because something can happen. Nope, they're worried about everything else but prophecy, man. And they have to actually be like that in that mindset until the destruction comes, because that's how they're gonna get caught up in it. Okay, they have to be of that mindset, man. So hey, the Lord, like the angel told Ezra, man, don't worry about how the ungodly are gonna be punished, but rather inquire about how the righteous are gonna be saved. Okay, how the path of the righteous, where is it that you may walk on it? Okay, and that's where our mindset is ultimately, man. So hey, whatever happens, happens, man. But it's just a, just a thought, that I was meditating on, that hey, could they set up a false flag, a big one? Okay, yes, they can. Does that mean go watch this video and say, well, Bakar said they are going to set up a false flag, so I'm holding him to that. So if they don't set up a false flag, man, I don't know. That's not what I said. Okay, I said they could. So we have to wait and see. Ultimately, as the scriptures say, watch as well as pray. Because hey, you say one thing, Jake. Yeah, this is it. No, all right. Ultimately, we gotta watch and see how the Lord plays it. How the Lord plays it out, man. But one thing we do know for certain is all hell's gonna break loose very soon. All right, that's something we can say because that's according to the scriptures, man. Okay, so with that, I hope you brothers were edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. And hey, man, just keep your eyes out, man. Okay, and stay in the spirit as best as you can. yeah, them scars on high alert, man. Next thing you know, my face on the thumbnail. False prophet, election 2020. Hey, but hey, I'm just messing around, man. But hey, just stay in the spirit, man, and pray that the Lord, count you, have mercy upon you and your household, because things are gonna get very, very, very hectic, man. Okay, very hectic, man.